Welcome back, everybody. In previous segments of our Insurance 101 series, we've talked about several subjects revolving around the homeowner's insurance coverage. During the first week, we talked about basically how the insurance coverage works. During previous segments, we talked about actual cash value versus replacement cost. Last time we talked about sublimits within the policy that limit certain coverages within your homeowner's policy. So this week I wanted to kind of wrap up the whole thought process on how the homeowner's insurance policy works. So what I would ask a question of you is, would you agree to a $30,000 deductible if you could save $500 a year on your annual homeowner's insurance premium? Now, most people would say an emphatic no to this question. Now, they don't really know why they say no, but they know it just doesn't sound right. But here's mathematically the reason why it's not right. If you have a $30,000 deductible that you're taking on, and you're going to save $500 per year, the real question is, what's the break-even point if you get caught? The break-even point in this particular case is 60 years. And you say, well, Greg, I realize there's a chance that I could have a very severe claim over a 60-year period, and if I get caught just once, this is a really bad deal for me. Which is exactly true. It would be a very bad deal for you. But what if I told you that you're already accepting a $30,000 deductible, you just don't realize that you are? Now let's go back to our previous examples, and we talked about, and we've had the continuing theme over these weeks of $150,000 contents in your home. You take a total loss situation. We've also agreed that you're probably going to remember 20% of what you own or less, which would equate to $30,000, and we've agreed that there's no adjuster, no insurance company that's going to write you a check for $30,000 because that's all you can remember and pat you on your back and send you on your way. They're not going to do that for very many reasons. But we've also agreed that lacking any proof and not being able to remember, they're also not going to whip out their checkbook, so to speak, and write you a check for 100% of the contents you own, which in this case would be $150,000. Now, in previous presentations, I explained to you that through the mediation process with your insurance company over a prolonged period of time, you'd go back and forth, you'd arrive somewhere in the middle, which would be in the 60 to 70% range, and you'd come away with $90,000 that they would offer you as a settlement. And barring any other negotiations or any other memories that come along, you're probably going to be in that area, possibly a little higher, somewhere between 60 and 70%. Now let me throw an added concept in here, is what happened if the adjuster, after really sitting down, dealing with you for a prolonged period of time, trying to reach a good settlement, you finally did come to $80,000 or 80% settlement, which would be $120,000, which is quite a bit more than normally they would offer, but for some reason they're going to settle for you for 80%. Well, in effect, the difference between the 80% and the 100% is $30,000. So again, without really knowing it up front, you've agreed to a $30,000 deductible. The only difference is your insurance company knew it all along. Now you know it. So I hope this has been helpful to you this week. We'll see you the next time.